two, one.
Good morning and welcome to the Faculty Town Hall for the month of December. Happy to have all of you joining us today. I'm Cassandra Robinson, the Director of University Relations and Marketing, and I'll be serving as your moderator today. Um, During the session, I encourage you to drop your questions in the chat, the box with the question mark, so that we can be prepared to have them at the end of our session. And for Dr. Bro and other cabinet members who are on today to respond to. We're going to get started right away. We have an hour until 12 o'clock, and we're looking forward to hearing from you with your questions and comments. I'll turn it over to Dr. Bro at this time to get it started and introduce the participants who will be on presenting today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Robinson, and thank you to the team that continues to work behind the scenes to make these town halls possible. They're the unsung heroes that help pull things together, in addition to University Relations and Marketing, Ms. Wedderburn, Ms. Donita Smith, and so many others behind the scenes. So thank you to our crew for today. And hello once again to our faculty. Welcome to the Faculty Town Hall. I do hope that you all had a wonderful, safe, healthy, and happy Thanksgiving, and that you were able to rejuvenate over that break that we had recently. We are still very much in the throes of addressing the pandemic. And over the Thanksgiving holiday, I do hope that you continue to practice safety protocols, because we need to continue to face this virus and continue to do whatever we can, taking on responsibility to keep the virus count down, to stop the spread of the virus. That includes our typical protocols, and I'm going to start at the outset reminding everyone, please, in order to keep our campus safe and to keep our community safe, please continue to practice wearing your mask, washing your hands, and practicing physical distancing at least 6 feet apart. The vaccine, there are 2 vaccines that are on the horizon, but they're not available just yet. In a little while, we're going to hear the update on what's happening for our campus. We will have other presentations today to keep you abreast of how we continue to move forward with this academic year. In addition, we will open it up for questions at the end of this session, because as always, we want to hear from you. As we open up for this Faculty Town Hall, we know that we're just merely a few weeks away from our December commencement. Yes, it's going to be different once again. It will be a virtual commencement on December 18th. And I look forward, though, at that time to welcoming all of you alongside our students and their families in what will be a unique and special event. It is unique as it is only our second ever fully virtual commencement, and special as we welcome another speaker with a prestigious background. We are so excited, very honored, to be welcoming Kevin Young, who will serve as the keynote speaker, who is joining the National Museum of African American History and Culture, named as their newest director beginning in January. So Kevin Young will be our keynote speaker for our commencement ceremony. Mr. Young brings an extensive background as an award-winning poet and author, and so we'll look forward to welcoming him for commencement and hopefully very soon welcoming him to the DMV. We continue to celebrate the achievements of our faculty as well. Most recently, Dr. Julius Davis was selected for the Campus Compact Mid-Atlantic's Early Career Engaged Scholarship Award, and we're proud of the work he and the Center for Research and Mentoring of Black male students and teachers have accomplished. Great job, Dr. Davis, and you're just doing a phenomenal job, and we're so very proud of you. Last month, the Maryland Counseling Association honored 3 Bowie State University counseling faculty, Dr. Jake Johnson, Associate Professor, Dr. Marja Humphrey, Assistant Professor, and Dr. Mark Bolden, Assistant Professor with Leadership Service and Excellence Awards. Congratulations. The Maryland Network Against Domestic Violence honored Dr. Akita Pearson, Director of Advanced Studies in Teaching and Learning with its community partners at its annual meeting, and Dr. Erica Hernandez, Assistant Professor of Psychology, was recognized as a top 25 winner of the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine's IDEA competition. Congratulations to all of our faculty. If you were not named in my remarks here, I encourage you to continue to put forth your information so we can highlight you in our BSU newsletter, and also in future remarks, because I do want to thank you and recognize our faculty for the amazing, outstanding accomplishments that we are seeing. So make sure that I know what you're up to and send that information to the University Relations and Marketing Division so we can highlight and celebrate you. Because this is just a small sample of the work of the faculty our faculty has accomplished, even in just the last few months. This year has tested all of us, and we know that, in ways we could never have anticipated. But I am immensely proud of the work our faculty and staff have done during this meeting. We will shed light on the many victories and positive outcomes our campus has seen. From the birth of new programs providing new opportunities for our students to one of the best Giving Tuesdays we've seen in our university's history, we aim to finish 2020 on a high note and ride a wave of momentum into this spring semester. I know we can all agree we'll be glad to see this year, 2020, go. And we're going to welcome in and ring in a new year very, very soon, 2021. So with that, I will pass the baton at this time on to Brent Swinton, our Vice President for Institutional Advancement, who's going to bring some exciting news about our Giving Tuesday accomplishments. Thank you. Mr. Swinton.
Thank you, Dr. Bro. And thank you to members of our faculty. I'm so happy to have this opportunity to speak with you today. As Dr. Bro just mentioned, yesterday was Giving Tuesday worldwide, and Bowie State University had a day like we've never had before. Faculty played a huge part of the success that we had yesterday. Members of the faculty were engaged and part of the dynamic and engaging ambassador program that we set up. You all appeared on social media, Facebook posts. Members of our campus community encouraged the whole world, the whole nation. In fact, we had donations from across the nation through peer-to-peer advocacy to help us reach a brand new height. As it says on the slide, we were trying to generate $20,000 in donations on Giving Tuesday, and we were hoping to recruit 200 brand new alumni who have never given before on that day. And as you can see from the slide, on the crowdfunding site alone, we reached and surpassed our goal with $22,000, $22,184 to be exact. Now, I know for a fact that we had 220 donors who gave that amount, and over the next week and a half or so, as we parse through the data and give everybody their acknowledgement letters and receipts, we'll know exactly how many of those people were alumni and first-time donors. But as I mentioned, this is just the crowdfunding site from across 8 states and the District of Columbia. In addition to that, we gave people the option of giving by text and other convenient modes. And as of yesterday afternoon, that yielded another $12,890 from 56 donors. And again, I'll be able to report out exactly who those donors are in the coming weeks. But all told, with the goal of $20,000, Bowie State University raised just over $35,000 for Giving Tuesday yesterday. And we couldn't have done it without our faculty and without the energy of our entire campus community. On the social media front, we had over 1,000 people who saw the live broadcast that we were doing all day. We had 10 sort of live commercials for Bowie State University on our alumni engagement page, and we reached almost 2,000 people doing that. So again, this is not just about the fact that we reached our financial goal, and obviously that's important, But what really warms my heart, especially as we enter the holiday season, is that the brand and the community have so much energy right now. So thank you all, faculty especially, for being a huge part of that. As you make your end of the year charitable plans, do consider supporting the university both personally and also by asking your friends, your alumni that you keep up with, families and friends to do the same. Technology, as I mentioned with the Giving Tuesday exercise this week, has made it very easy for people to conveniently and securely support the university. The University System of Maryland has a super easy payroll deduction link, and I'm going to put that link in the chat box. So if you're not a donor to Bowie State University this year, please consider setting up a really easy payroll deduction. Any size gift that you're comfortable with. Really, just as we tell our alums, what's important is that we all participate, because then the university can use your participation as a vote of confidence to leverage larger gifts and to promote the brand. So I'm also encouraging people to participate in the Maryland Charities campaign. And in that campaign, you can select Bowie State University among hundreds of other Maryland nonprofits. So I'll put both of those links in the chat box. I really, really appreciate those of you all who are donors or who will soon become donors and who helped us reach brand new heights yesterday. Thank you. Next up is Dr. Brian Clemens, our very capable Vice President of Enrollment Management.
So thank you very much, Brent. Good morning, everyone. I'm here just to give you just a brief overview of where we are with enrollment. I was able to meet with some of you a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week. And the main thing that I want you to know is that we are keeping the momentum going with our connection and outreach to onboard new students at Bowie State University. And please know that we truly understand that we could not have had such a great fall semester during this pandemic with bringing in new students without the hard work that you all do every single day. So please know, I want to thank you for that. The chart that you can see in front of you, it's some brand new data that was provided to me on this past Tuesday. And there are a couple of points that I just want to highlight this morning. And number one, this data is showing that Bowie State is definitely trending in the right direction with our enrollment as we are bringing in the next class that will enter in the institution during the fall of 2021. What you see here is that Bowie State University, we're up 23.7% in regards to where we were last year. We're up 23.7%. From this data, also, they are comparing us to our peers, and there are about 13 institutions who are included in the consortium that we're in. And for those peers, you can see right now that they're down approximately 14.2% in applications, and Bowie State is up 23.7%. And as they compared us to our HBCU partners who are in this consortium, they're down roughly 2.9%. And again, this is as of November 27th, and Bowie State is up 23.7%. The last thing that I want to point out to you on this chart is down in the right corner, you can see the applications. And in the first line at the bottom, it shows 1,349 applications. Those applications are for the fall of 2019. So at this point, 3 years ago, essentially, we have received 1,349 applications. And then last year at this point, for the fall of 2020, we have received 3,469 applications at this time. And as you can see, as of right now, according to this chart, we have received 4,291 applications. We are definitely trending in the right direction to bring in another outstanding class to Bowie State University. So again, we really want to thank you for all that you all are doing to help us to be able, as Mr. Swinton stated earlier, the brand You all are definitely helping us to be able to sell this brand of what you all are providing in the classroom so that more students will definitely want to attend this great institution. The last thing that I want to share with you in regards to enrollment management at this time is that we really need your help to make sure that our current students who are not graduating in December understand the importance of registering for the spring semester right now and not waiting until the new year to register for their classes. We all know on this call today how important it is for students to register now to make sure that they can get the classes they need to ensure that they're going to be on track to graduate, whether it's in the spring or the years to come. So please, whatever you can do to help us to get these students to register right now, we would be very appreciative, whether it's in an email, whether it's you making a statement before your classes and your Zoom sessions. We really need your support with this. So again, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity just to share some updates with you from the enrollment management side of the house. And I wish you the best of luck with the remainder of the semester. Now I'd like to pass the next portion over to Dr. Goodman. Dr. Goodman?
Thank you, Dr. Clemens, and good morning, colleagues. I sincerely hope that everyone had a joyful and a restful Thanksgiving break. In line with being thankful, I want to again commend everyone for your energy and your efforts that was placed in this fall semester. And I spoke when I first arrived about providing quality instruction to our students. And I want to continue to reiterate the exceptional quality as we are about to close this semester. And I just want to, again, thank everyone, because I'm not sure really if everyone is aware of the things that we've done this semester. And so again, let me just reiterate some of these things. We have made history here at Bowie State University in terms of submitting our first online degree program proposal to middle states. And along with that first proposal, we have 5 additional online programs that we're submitting as well to complement for the upcoming fall 2021 academic year. We were very successful for our accreditation visit from ASIN for nursing for our master's program, as well as CAPE for our College of Education. I also want to talk to everyone about and thank those particular departments within the various different colleges about the expansion of our regional sites. So we were looking at the University of Southern Maryland Center. We're looking at the Laurel College Center, as well as Shady Grove, some exceptional programs that will be expanding in those areas. We all come back to, hopefully one day come back to our classrooms. There's been vital upgrades in technology in our classrooms when you return. I think we've been talking about just the marketing of our undergraduate and graduate programs, and then the opportunities to provide additional professional development. We look at the things that we've done, particularly for this fall semester, and the work that everyone has done for the heavy lift in terms of taking our classes that were done face to face and making them remote. And we will continue to do those things for this upcoming spring semester. And then we also want to thank a lot of the faculty members really for, as we try to highlight our colleagues for the exceptional job in delivering their instruction and engaging students remotely. And so in closing, I just wanted to announce really as we get prepared for this these last couple of weeks, these last 2 or 3 weeks, about the finals and our final exams. So our final exam week will be from Wednesday, December 16th through December 23rd. I just want to let everyone know that, again, as far as final grades, they need to be reported on December 28th at 5 p.m. And as we continue this race of excellence, and we're very close to the finish line, I want to make sure that everyone still has that energy levels up there. That again, we do have the spring semester ready and going. There's a lot of preparation that's going on. And again, at the end, I just want to thank you all for the work that you're doing, and then making sure that as we look forward for the holidays, everyone have a blessed and happy holidays. And so I would like to forward the mic over to Dr. Demetrius Johnson, our Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Thank you very much, Dr. Goodman.
Actually, Vice President for Student Affairs, just need to add that correction in there. We need you, Dr. Goodman, as our provost. So we'll welcome Dr. Johnson.
Thank you, Dr. Bro, and thank you very much, Dr. Bro, for all that you do, but certainly taking the pressure off of me. I certainly don't want to have to follow in the big footsteps of our wonderful Provost, Dr. Goodman, so I will leave all of that expertise, sir, to you. Greetings, BSU faculty. I have done the best I can during COVID to meet as many of you as possible, but look forward to continuing to meet you either virtually or in person as our world improves over the next couple of months. I want to, as I always do, provide some information about our COVID-19 testing. Between the beginning of August 1 to today, verified these numbers with Dr. Rita Wutaw, we have performed 6,269 COVID-19 tests in the form of the FDA-approved PCR nasal tests and our rapid response testing that now takes only 20 minutes. I also want to briefly just comment on our badging system as a part of our ongoing efforts to maintain a safe environment here on campus. I will remind our faculty that we have been fortunate through your efforts and staff efforts, and mostly through student efforts with mask wearing, washing our hands, and maintaining social distance, that our positivity rate at Bowie State University through the fall semester hovered below 1%. And that is really a tribute to the kind of work that everybody in the community here at Bowie State University did. I want to remind you that in the patient portal, whether you telework or if you are on campus, that you may schedule an appointment with our wellness center to come in to have the PCR or the rapid test. We will make certain that we use our green badging system that you see at the bottom corner of your screen in order to give access to faculty, staff, and students to campus. But for you, even most importantly, if you're going to teach on ground here this semester, the green badge system, and we'll put some things in writing for our faculty, but it will be totally appropriate to place into your syllabus that students must show clearance prior to being in an in-person class. It is certainly okay as students pass into your classroom that they simply hold up their green badge for your inspection, because you certainly are a part of our safety protocols as well. We will also use that system for programs and events as students gather to maintain a low positivity rate or to extinguish cases if we can. And we will provide some scanners in some buildings so that as students with the QR code that you see in the bottom of the screen, that they can simply wave their QR code in front of a scanner and gain access to buildings, access to events. And that will also support the latter part of our safety protocols through contact tracing. Knowing where a student has been, should there be an issue with positivity, will certainly help our cleaning protocols. Finally, I wanted to remind you of the employee testing. I'm so proud of Dr. Wutaw and the entire wellness team for the aggressive opportunity that they provide for all of us to be tested on a 2-week rotation. And here are the dates, as you see on the screen. We began testing immediately once we return from Thanksgiving, and we'll do so all of this week. We will do so again in December, the next week, all the way through the 11th. I do want you to make certain to know that on the 21st of December, that is the last date to be tested during the fall semester. We are having that date to make certain that as you or others celebrate with members of your family, people who live with you in a smaller gathering, or not at all, and simply want to keep a check on your own health, that we provide that on the 21st with our 2-day turnaround that gives the opportunity for us to provide COVID-19 information to anyone who tests on the 21st before Christmas, right before the holiday. And finally, when we return on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th, I bet some folks will be virtual. We do want to make certain that the Wellness Center can continue to provide that kind of health care and information for members of our faculty, staff, and students. So I look forward to meeting more of you. I share both the president and the provost blessings and greetings both, and wish you well as we finish up the last part of our fall semester and head into our holiday season. Stay well. I want to ask now, if we can, Ms. Robinson to rejoin our conversation. Ms. Robinson.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. I would like to remind our audience that we are accepting your questions in the chat box. We have a few to get started, but I'm sure that you have lots on your mind. So please drop your questions or comments into the chat so that we can share them. All right, we'll get started with the first question. Is asking about our testing. It's asking if walk-in testing is possible. This person would like to make sure that they can get their green badge. So the question is walk-in testing allowed?
Dr. Johnson, thank you for coming back on. Thank you.
Walk-in testing is allowed but strongly discouraged. And I'll tell you why. That when you make your appointment in the portal, it creates a barcode. That barcode allows the software to track your specimen through several stages, leaving our facility by courier, going to the University of Maryland Pathology Associates, which is the lab that works with the specimen, to make certain that the right results are uploaded at the lab. That barcode is really necessary. So your appointment creates a level of medical security through the entire system. I'll remind you that simply going into the patient portal and making your appointment there, it really is that easy if you have your cell phone. And so while allowed, we certainly will serve our faculty if you arrive, but it is best if you can make the appointment.
Thank you. We have another testing question. They ask, must I be tested on campus in order to retrieve materials from my office?
Anyone entering the BSU community will be asked to show a green badge at our security gate on Jericho Road. And so even if someone is running onto campus just to grab a folder, we ask, in order to keep the entire community safe, that you show a green badge. And let me go one step further. As I talk about Dr. Wutaw and her team, providing the PCR FDA approved test is not just about keeping you safe while you're here at Bowie, short-term or long-term, running in or working in your office. This is a part of our commitment to you. This is a free service so that you can maintain a sense of comfort knowing your status. And so whether it's visiting on our campus shortly or for a long period of time, I just want to encourage members of our faculty to take advantage of the free testing with almost no wait lines at all so that you can maintain a sense of health. Thank you for that question.
Okay, thank you. This is a different topic. Will graduating seniors be allowed to come to campus to take pictures over the break once classes are over?
Unfortunately, we will not be able to accommodate that given the executive order we're under with telework and to maintain safety on the campus. To allow students to come to the campus would require more staffing to ensure that we have a process and a system in place, and that's just not feasible at this time. If something were to change, we'll let our graduates know, but unfortunately, we're not able to accommodate that request at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Burrow. And the next question, is employee testing available for adjuncts? And if so, what is the process? This person notes that they went for testing and were told that there was no information on them, so they were not able to be tested.
Dr. Johnson?
So the short answer is yes. That if you are a member of the BSU community, as an adjunct, you are part of the family, and we certainly will test you. Whoever asked that question or knows the person who got that answer, I will give my email address and ask you to email me directly. I will personally make certain that this is resolved on your behalf, and then take time to make certain that all of our adjuncts are, in fact, in the system so that we can move forward. My email is D as in David, P as in Paul, Johnson @bowiestate.edu. And if you will email me, I will personally make certain that this is resolved for you. I apologize for that error.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Johnson. And maybe you should stay because this is another testing question.
Sure.
This person is asking, can I get tested off campus at a state testing site and provide those results?
Absolutely. and we are working with our software to make certain that we can import and incorporate test results from external testing facilities in order to turn that badge green. And if they have a line, I'll just remind you that a couple of clicks on your phone, the Bowie community will test you for free. But certainly if you have to do any outside testing, we will certainly accept that. You can send that as a PDF to COVID results at bowiestate.edu.
Okay, and another testing question following up from this person had an earlier question. So they asked, so how can I access testing on campus if I do not already have a green badge?
That is a wonderful question. Thank you so much for asking it. The guards at the guard shack, our security personnel, as well as our police officers have been instructed that any member of the community who appears with a yellow badge, who can show that they have an appointment through the badging system. Again, with your phone, if you schedule your appointment right through the app, you can display that with the yellow background, and our guards know, pleased to let you in because your health is a priority for us. And so just having an appointment scheduled will gain you access.
Okay, thank you. And I see a couple of it. At this point, that's all the questions that I have. I'll pause a little moment to see if there are others coming in that we can respond to, or if there are any comments that any of the faculty have that they'd like to share at this time.
While we're waiting for questions, again, I want to thank everyone for your participation for today. And I do want to underscore a comment that was made earlier by Dr. Clemens. Dr. Clemens was calling on the faculty for your assistance in making sure that students get registered for the spring semester. And I'm also asking that we as a campus community take it upon ourselves to make sure that we go beyond just thinking of enrolling students, but retaining our students. And that's everyone's responsibility to find out if students aren't registering, ask them, how are they doing? Making sure that they feel connected to the campus community. And if there's any way that we can assist the faculty in addressing any issues that you hear about, please let us know. Continue to encourage students to reach out to their academic advisors. Encourage students to reach out for all the resources we provided, including the technological resources that remain available to students. So please make sure that you're checking in with your students and making sure that they are returning. We don't want to lose this generation of learners. We know that it's been a unique time for everyone, and we want to stay engaged, and faculty have a huge opportunity to encourage retention for our students. So I ask myself for you, and I'm requesting your assistance in helping with retention, making sure that those students sitting in the seats virtually with you are returning back to the campus next semester. If they're not, please let us know if there's a way we can help those students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Breaux. Well, Dr. Breaux, we have not received any additional questions at this time. So I would just ask you to make your closing remarks.
Well, thank you, Ms. Robinson, and thank you once again, faculty, for all that you have done throughout this pandemic, what you continue to do throughout this semester. And this is our last time we will be together. Usually we would have the opportunity to see each other at commencement, and with it being virtually, we will not have that same opportunity. So if I don't see you between now and the holidays, I want to wish you a very happy holiday and a very happy new year. We will have an event coming up very soon. You'll hear more about that. A virtual holiday celebration. I hope that you can make it and come together as a campus community so we can see each other before the new year and celebrate the holiday season. If you're not able to make it, I do understand, but I hope you'll use that as an opportunity to just see your fellow faculty members and the staff and the rest of the campus community. But once again, if we don't see each other there, I want to wish you a very happy and prosperous new year. Take care, BSU, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Dr. Brown?
Yes.
We did get one additional question and a comment, and
Yes.
this one is probably pretty important. They're asking to explain the process for explain the process for graduating seniors for the semester.
The process for graduating seniors, in terms of registering, there is a clear process that's been communicated to the students, but Provost Goodman, I'll turn that question over to you to address any other additional details you want to point individuals to.
Yes, so I think I know where the question is coming from. And so there was a question that I received, actually a text that I received earlier in terms of our graduating seniors. So I know last year in the spring semester and actually this fall, the Faculty Senate had asked about combining the final exam week for our graduating seniors with our regular students. And so that has been done for this semester. And that's the reason why I was saying that again, for this semester, our grades will be due on December 28th on that Monday. And so the question was raised about, at least the grades being in the system for our students as far as graduating them. And so we have pushed back the certification of our students until January 4th.
Thank you for that clarification.
And there's one question about how are we planning to support the technology needs for students for next semester?
That's a great question. As I said earlier, if you know of additional needs for technology, we do have the same process in place that we did throughout this semester. For laptops, we still have laptops that are available for students and for faculty. If you need additional technology, we continue to provide hotspots for students, and Chromebooks are also available. So please make sure that you're sending your request. You can send that to covid19@bowiestate.edu. That is the email that we've kept open for any special needs. Students can send their requests there. But please encourage students to make sure they have the technology they need. That should not be an obstacle to them succeeding this academic year, because we do have technology available.
Thank you. And just one final comment from a faculty person who wanted to express how happy they were, that it put a smile on their face today when they opened a birthday card from Bowie State University Division of Institutional Advancement. So happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday. I hope you have a great, great birthday and many, many more. And Mr. Swinton is online, so I'll let you accept that. That's great. So glad it brought a smile. We need more smiles, don't we? We really do. So thank you for letting us know. Great job, Mr. Swinton, for continuing or getting that effort underway, because we want to celebrate everyone who's contributing so much to our campus community and as part of our family. So thanks, that's a great note. You brought a smile to my face. Thank you. All right, everyone, stay well. It's great to have you participate today. Please let us know if you have anything else on your minds. The email address is open. If something occurs to you after this meeting, please make sure you're speaking up, let your voice be heard. Tell us what's going on so we can all get through this together to a safer time. In the meantime, take care, be well. Thank you. BSU.